Hi everybody, this is Nafish. Today we are going to work on linear regression model. It's going to be a very basic elementary level linear regression which we often use in machine learning. So let's get started. First of all, we have to import NumPy as NP and then from sklearn. So we are going to use the sklearn library. So sklearn dot linear press tab linear sklearn dot linear model import linear regression. Okay, and if you do not have sklearn installed in your machine previously, you can just do the pip installation. Okay, run it. Now we have the linear regression imported from sklearn, right? So now we're going to demonstrate a very basic level of linear regression. So you know that y is equals to mx plus c. This is the equation we are kind of very familiar with our high school, or in many levels we have used in our educational life, we have used this equation. So let's get familiar with it again. So here m is coefficient, then x is independent variable. So x is our variable, m is the coefficient, and c is nothing but the intercept. Okay, intercepting point. So m we always also call slope sometimes. Okay, so we have this one. So this is kind of our y is equals to mx plus c. This is the equation we have dealt with at different levels. Okay, so the linear regression model this is kind of the base of the linear regression model. But the model we are going to implement today is going to be the same thing, but we just to make things a little exciting, we can just have a couple more things added. So m0 x0, and then we have another variable m1 and x1, and then we have c. So basically we have created x0 and x1, which are like two different independent variable, and y is our dependent variable, right? Y is dependent. So y is basically dependent on this equation here. Okay, so let's create some data first. So x is equals to, let's say, np dot array, and then we're going to create a two-dimensional array here. So let's say 1 and 2, give some numbers whatever you want, but this is just a kind of, we're going to keep it very simple. Okay, so let's say 1 and 3, and then we have another parameter, let's say 2 and 4. Okay, so we have our x. Let's see our x. So x is nothing but this array. So you see we have two columns here. One column is 1, 1, 2. Another column is 2, 3, and 4. So one column will be represented by x0. Another column will be represented by x1. Okay. So basically each column we can call it a feature. In machine learning we often call it a feature. Okay, and or predictor. Okay. So basically we have x0 and x1 in this x. Okay, now we have to define c. So let's say c is 3. You can give it any other number if you want, and then we need what else? We need m. So m is equals to, let's say, np. We need two values for m, right? m0 and m1. So let's say 3 and 4. Okay, so we have c and we have m, and then let's formulate this equation y. Okay, so y is equals to we can do np dot, and then this is basically dot product, right? m0 with x0, so we have m, and then we have x, so x and m. So you understand this point? Here we have x, right? So we're writing x, and then we have followed by m. So m is nothing but 3 and 4. Okay, so this is a dot product, which is element by element product, right? Because m0 is going to go with x0 and m1 is x1, right? And then we got to add this intercept c. Okay, and run it. So we have gotten our y. So let's see our y. Okay, so this is our y, 14, 18, and 25. Now let's explain how we have gotten this value. So basically this is just plugging in the values in this equation. But let's look into the first value. Okay, so for the first value, um, what is the value for m? We have 3 and 4, right? So let's start it then. 3 and 4, and then 3 is going to be multiplied with the first element, which is 1, and then this is going to be added. Then we have the coefficient 4 right here, so 4 is there, and then it's going to be multiplied with this 2, right? Because this is nothing but x1, so m1 times x1, so 4 times 2, and then this is going to be added by c. C is 3, so 3, so equals to, so we have 3 here, and then we have 8, and then we have 3 again, So what we get? We get 14. Okay, so this is 14. So since we have three rows, 1, 2, 3, that's how we get all these three values here. Okay, so we have our y. So let's call our regression model. Okay, so we have imported it right there. So let's say regression reg is equals to linear regression, and then we are going to feed the values, right? So feed, we have x and we have y. So basically we are providing the output and input x, so dependent variable y and independent variables x, and it is going to draw this linear regression model. Okay, so we get our reg. Okay, you can give other names here if you want. Okay, so now let's so we have our model, right? We have formulated our model. So let's do a couple more things. So rate dot coefficient, we are calling our coefficient. So what is our coefficient here? 3 and 4. Remember we had m 3 and 4, so that's the coefficient. Okay, then we can say reg intercept point. Okay, so you know that intercept c is nothing but 3, right? So reg I think reg dot intercept. Okay, so this is the value score. So reg score, provide x, that is independent and dependent variable, and see oh, there should be a dot here, so 1. So the score is like maximum 1, right? Because like we know that input and output, and we build like the linear model by ourselves. Okay, it's kind of pretty much it's going to give you 1 all the time. Okay, now you can try to do some predictions. Okay, so reg dot predict, and here np dot array, and then let's provide 4 and 5. So this is the independent variable, right? So you can predict what it's going to be. So the regression model will give us the output. So let's, before running it, let's calculate the output by ourselves. So we have 4, we have 5, and our coefficient is 3 and 4, right? So 4 times 3, then plus, and then 5 times what we have, 5 times 4, then plus 3. So equals to is 12 plus 20 plus 3. So this is going to give you I think 35. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so you get 35. Okay, so you can put any number here and you can try to see what's the prediction of this regression model look like. So this is a kind of, it's a very basic level of explanation, but in the next video we are going to use some real-time data. Okay, and then we can try to see how the prediction looks like, what's the score looks like, but this is just for elementary level understanding of how the linear regression model works. Okay, thank you very much.